A little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of an awkward situation because it's a family friend. Like I knew him probably 10 years ago when he was in like sophomore. So I'm in a little bit of a hard situation. It sounds like it was a little bit of a rough interview, and you're probably being a little kind in this email, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So, but I just need some more feedback so
Sure.
I can talk to the family.
Yeah, I understand your position.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I'm all for giving a guy a shot and a chance. Like that's my heart. Obviously, if I see potential, but man, this guy.
Well, I've just done the.
Hi there.
This is Sebastian.
Good. Hey, nice to meet you.
So
How
I'm
you
gonna
doing?
go
Good.
and leave you. I don't
Sure.
know if anyone else is coming, but we've done the benefits review, and so
Okay.
I think we should be good from
Okay.
here. So Sebastian, after going through that, if you have questions, let me know.
Will
I'm
you
happy.
come back in or?
You have my contact information,
Perfect,
so you can
perfect.
get hold of me. Happy to answer. It was nice to
Okay,
meet you.
Nice to meet you
All
too.
right, have a
Sandra.
great day.
Sandy, nice. Yep. Stan, I do want to tell you I do have a service animal, and I don't know what your guys' policy is, but I do have a service cat that
Oh yeah.
would be going with me to work and stuff too. So
Okay.
I don't know what your policy is on that, but that's definitely something we need to look at.
Okay. Well, let me make a note of that. So that cat would come to you during work hours?
Yeah, she'd pretty much, her name's Margaret, she'd pretty much just stay beside me, we call her Maggie, and she'd be there just hanging out, so how do you guys feel about that? Is that something?
I'm assuming she'd be in the cage.
No, she actually has
Yeah.
a harness and a leash that she would walk out. I just have her in the cage for now. I didn't know if I should let her out or not, but
Well, the only thing I'm thinking about is would it hinder your ability to perform the work?
well, Audrey pretty much promised I'd have a job, but I just need to get the specifics with the service animal too. So, Mike, Matt.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Be a card here. So you know old Josh, huh?
Oh yeah. No,
Tell
Josh,
me
for a
some
while.
stories.
Oh, not appropriate for the workplace, Mike. but Matt.
We're behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We're good.
So, Matt, tell me a little bit about yourself.
About myself,
Yeah, about
I'm born and raised Warsaw. Been here my whole life.
Cool.
Yeah, I went to Tippecanoe Valley.
Yeah.
Got 3 kids, 3 grandkids. Love life.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the mountain bike.
Grandpa,
Like
got
to
it.
Stay active.
There you go.
Not as active as some people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like hurting myself.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get into the program details. I'm with Cintas right now.
Why? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So tell me why we having this?
Just trying to reach out a little bit and see what
Okay.
you guys have to offer, anything special or anything, and
What kind of business do you run?
so it's mostly just machine work.
Okay.
Machining, tooling.
I was a
So,
machinist for 26
yeah,
years.
Cool. So small world, yeah. So definitely, just looking for some good options and.
Are you uniforms, shop towels,
uniform,
mats?
rags, mats, everything.
How many employees do you
So
have?
got about 500.
500. Wow. What's your company name?
I'm not supposed to disclose that right now, so I just kind of keep it at the face. But yeah.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys do, what you're gonna offer.
Well, we definitely offer a better quality of product, better
Yeah.
quality of service. Being family owned and operated, our billing is more ethical than what you're going to see with Cintas. I'm sure you see a lot of extra charges, and
Yeah. So do you guys wash socks, underwear, uniforms, the whole thing,
just
or
uniforms,
just uniforms?
pants and shirts,
Just pants and shirts.
and coats. If that's something you offer your employees.
We do. We offer them.
I don't rent underwear.
We do a lot of socks. We do a lot of socks too.
They will.
We do a lot of socks. You know, our employees have to keep their feet dry, and so that'd be a big thing. We want our socks laundered too. So.
That's something.
500 people, man.
So
The job would be 5:30 to 4, 4 days a week, most of the time. So it'd be a 40-hour week for the most part, 10 hours a day, 30-minute lunch. My one question just coming to mind is, you think you could handle a 10-hour day coming off of being used to 4 hours?
I think I could probably handle 10 hours. I just need to make sure that Margaret gets her break in the morning and afternoon too. Like they'll have to have a special break for her too. So we have to work in something like that, but.
Okay. And when you say she would need a break, like how much time? What would it be for?
Probably just an hour to just take her outside and decompress a little bit too. But like I said, I'm a big cat person, so sometimes it might even be longer than an hour. But yeah.
Can I grab you for a second?
Sure.
Sorry,
I'll be right back.
Sorry, Sebastian.
You're fine.
Twice a day.
Yeah, or about twice a day.
The job is also very fast-paced. Again, I'll show you the job, but you'd be pushing and moving carts and basically slinging them into like a hook and putting them into the ceiling as quick as you can.
Okay.
And the reason I say it's fast-paced is because it's critical that your position is kind of the middleman in between the soil room where the product is dirty and it's getting sorted out, and then between that and the wash floor. So if you're not moving quick enough, what happens is you start getting backed up in the soil room. So you need to be able to keep up with, carts getting up into the ceiling as quick as you can. And there's smells, obviously. Do smells bother you?
Would the smells affect the animal, you think? Would it affect Margaret, or?
It's okay. That's a question I don't know if I can answer. I mean,
That's standard.
Now back to the sock thing. You think that's something you guys could do?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to get back with you on that.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
How well do you guys know each other?
Good.
Huh?
Yeah,
He's
pretty
had
well.
this-
I have. Huh?
Pretty well.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
He had this
'Cause-
bar and grill.
Cause, huh?
What?
Because I think I'm being pumped here with this sock thing.
No,
No.
he's been a great customer for a long time.
I know you guys pretty well, and I think he's keeping a straight face with it. But I mean,
Why would
huh?
he's kind of a different guy, but it's always worked out.
Yeah, and Sintas had no problem kind of making a little extra
I'll wash it
accommodations.
myself
and-
if it means getting 500 guys in uniform.
All
I'll
right.
take them home and wash them myself.
Well, that's important to
Because
me too.
that's 1,000. Gosh, that's a lot of socks.
Yeah, we got a large account, and Cintas has always been very great to accommodate any strange requests we've ever had. So definitely socks would be on top of the list. The mats, I don't want to be without mats, through the week. But other than that,
You'll never be without mats.
okay. And how long does it take to get the clothes back after you wash it? Like a day?
If you have.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that would affect her. Her? Him?
Yeah, it's her. Yeah, Maggie. Well, pretty much it's kind of a make or break deal for me. Just if I could have her with me during the day, like if your team could accommodate that, I definitely could. If I need to talk to like Sandy or Audrey, the other one, just to make sure everything would be good. But yeah, the cat has to come with me no matter where I go. So
Yeah. Okay. What else? But as far as you personally, though, smells, you don't think that would be an issue?
it depends on the type of the smell. I mean, if it's gonna smell like a laundromat, I think I'll be fine. But
Yeah.
does it smell clean or?
So, we do a lot of product for restaurants, hotels, things like that. So, as you can imagine, dirty napkins and things like that with food and that's been sitting,
Yeah.
it starts stinking.
Do you
Obviously.
have kids?
I do.
Okay. Well, yeah, she's kind of like a kid for me too. So
Yeah.
just gotta respect her and the smell and just make sure everything's all right. But other than that, I think we're good. I think we're onto something. Just got to make sure with the brakes for her in there and that it'll work. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, we'll take you back there. You can kind of briefly see what the job entails. Another thing that we do is we like to potentially bring you in for a couple hours just to do like a working interview. It wouldn't be paid, but that way you and your cat would get an opportunity to see how does this work out for both parties. So we can observe you, we can see, hey, how's it.
Does Wildman offer training for service animals, or is that not something that would be available?
Define training for service animals.
So just making sure she gets acclimated to the environment and everything like that. Like there need to be a procedure in place for her. So, just do you have any idea if service animals would be?
I'll be honest, we haven't had to deal with that yet, that I'm aware of. Let me see, can you see notes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I came late and
You're
trying to
fine.
get
You're
caught
fine.
up.
You're fine.
So missing here and there is one thing. Missing consistently is another thing. So,
Yeah, well,
so we need somebody.
Maybe we'll have an appointment, usually once a week or once every other week at the vet during the morning. So that would be something that I'd have to roll with. But do you foresee anything wrong with that? I mean, would that be okay?
What? Okay. Go explain a little bit about the appointment.
So she'll have an appointment like on Mondays just for check-ins as she's going through the program, for be a service animal. So it'd be maybe 1 to 3 hours every week, probably Monday or Tuesday that I would be gone.
Monday or Tuesday.
Are Fridays a possibility for those appointments?
They could be, and I'd have to try to get to the vet and make sure that the Fridays would work. But other than that.
And he asked that because Fridays you're usually off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's Monday
I like
through
being off on
Thursday.
Fridays, yeah.
But if you miss a day, we do make you make up the day on Friday and come in. So,
And back to the smell again too. Is it like just overwhelming? Would any animal not really like it?
They seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
The birds and
Yeah.
everything else flying in.
All right.
It's not unbearable.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty laundry.
Yeah.
It's a smell of dirty laundry.
Perfect.
yeah.
Well, you guys have certainly given me a lot to think about. As I.
System.
How soon do you think you could find me an answer on the socks and long johns?
Today,
Okay.
right now.
What's in?
Can we do socks?
We'll do it.
Definitely do socks.
Trust me, it's a good.
I mean, it's gonna be worth it, and this might be a little bit weird, but yeah, definitely socks, underwear, long
So
johns.
there's no one else I need to ask, because they would go straight to him.
Okay.
So if he says we can do it, then we can do it.
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
do want you to ask Drew without me giving him a heads up, though,
Okay.
just to see how you react.
Okay.
But we'll do it.
Okay.
I know this guy, man. He spent a lot of money with us.
Mhm.
So yeah, long johns, socks, underwear. That's what we need to know too.
The underwear's throwing me. Okay.
Well, everybody's got to wear them, Mike. Matt.
Matt.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Matt. Gotcha.
All right. Underwear.
Mike, how long does the transition take for us to switch over?
Typically, probably about 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah, for you to get your uniforms
Mhm.
after sizing.
Okay. Where do we go from here?
I need to see an invoice in your contract so we know exactly what we're dealing with. Make sure you're not, because a lot of times we go into a situation like yours and we find out that you are in contract and did not know that you were in contract.
I think I'm in contract for about 6 more years,
Okay.
but you guys probably work on getting us out of it or something.
I can look at your contract and see what our options are. That gives, that's typically why we ask for a contract and an
Yeah.
invoice to see where we're at.
Perfect. Well, that's understandable. Give me something to think about. Excuse me real quick.
I know this is a joke now. Gosh dang it. You guys.
Alright.
What the heck is
You agree
going
with that?
on here? long
Holy
johns,
water, man.
underwear. What?
You never met Jordan?
I've never met Jordan.
Uh-uh.
Jordan works for Cap.
Okay. Great guy.
We're working on some stuff for the Christmas party. Thank you very much.
Stupid.
From what I remember, I thought it might work, but I just need some help. So.
So the other thing was, and this is a first for me, but he kept talking about his service cat, which he had right next to him. And I'm not even sure what that means.
I saw
Was he in the
stuff.
military? Like, does he have PTSD? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's something
That's
that.
the first. We've had a service dog.
Yeah,
We've
I've
had
heard of
service
a
cat.
dog. So, and he kept paying attention to this cat as I'm talking to him. And every question I asked him, like the smell, he referred to as, I asked him, what has he been doing work-wise? He said, well, I've not really had a steady job in my life, but I've been bouncing around gas station work. I said, okay, well, what kind of hours have you put in there? Well, 4 hours, usually maximum per day. I said, well, your hours will be, you're going to look at 10 and a half hour days.
Yeah.
Potentially longer, depending on needs, but generally it's going to be 10-hour days, 4 days a week. He said, oh, I like being off on Friday, that sounds good. And he said, I will need to take my cat every, I think I
You need a
was every week. I think he said every week he'll need to take his cat in for an appointment either Monday or Tuesday mornings. And it could range from 1 to 3 hours.
And then he said he has 2 extra breaks a day.
Right. So I
At
said,
least an hour per break.
right.
To make sure the cat's not adjusting to the smells. So he actually wanted his cat in the works.
He wanted his cat right next to him. So
Was this the strangest interview you've ever been in?
I'm trying to keep a straight face during this interview. Seriously. And I
Dan, you
said,
ever seen the show Impractical Jokers?
yeah, it is my favorite show ever. It is great.
Well, you just participated in one.
Yeah. No. Tell me. Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.